Hey, welcome to Blue Jacket Apiary. I know it's been a while since I've made a video, and for those of you that follow me on Facebook, you know that there's been a lot of things happening, and so it's sort of taken me away from the bees for the last couple of weeks because there's just a lot of things that I've had to take care of in my personal life, and but the bees need me, and so here I am. Well, they don't need me. I need them more than they need me, but I'm out here to check in on them because it's been a couple of weeks. One of my nukes is going strong, and the other one I'm going to look at this morning, and this afternoon, we're going to see what they look like. So stay tuned, and we'll get into some hives. All right, so this is my survivor from last year. I'm going to take a look, see what they look like. Looks like they've been busy, that's for sure. Man, it's good to see. I like busy hives. She is struggling to get rid of that one. There you go, I'll help you out. How's that? My real goal is to look into this one and see if we got any brood, because last time I looked I had a feeling that they were queenless, but I was going to give them some time to work their magic. Looks like they've been bringing in some nectar, which is good to see. They're busy, that's for sure. I've got a feeling there's not going to be any brood up here, which is good because I threw in the queen excluder that you can see down there, and I was trying to. They had started laying, well, the queen started laying up here, and I was not wanting that, so I threw on the queen excluder, hoping to help me find where she is. They've been busy drawing comb. They're getting nectar someplace. It's good to see. That's not though. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm not quite sure what. You can see some comb fell and they're just fixing. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna. Well, stuff happens. And we're gonna have to fix it. But the upside, no brood. So I'm gonna pull this box and we'll look in the bottom. Stay tuned. All right, they're a little persnickety today. I had to throw on my glove. But that's okay. It happens. I don't know that I'd want somebody breaking into my house either. So the queen tends to lay toward the middle, so we're just going to take a look at the middle. All right. They're working, but I see zero brood. So that tells me that I believe this hive is queenless. Uh-oh. Oh, a lot of nectar. Yeah, I thinking they're queenless. which means I gotta hope one of my other hives, yeah, there's nothing. All right. Well, we got 2 hives that are queenless, and that's not good. So my options are, if my 2 nukes have a frame with 1 to 3 day old larvae in there, I can take one of those frames and put it in each of these hives. That saves me money because I don't have to buy a queen, don't have to pay for shipping, etc., etc., etc. The bad part about that is, even if I put them in now, it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks before that queen gets made, gets out there, gets mated, and gets to laying. That's a long time. Now, it's what, 13th? It's 2 to 3 weeks before our nectar flow begins. That means that she won't begin laying until at the end of the nectar flow in our area. I don't know that I want to do that. Although, there's something to be said for this large of a brood break, as far as mites are concerned. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. But, that means I don't know what I'm going to do about the queen situation. What am I going to do about my 2 nukes? I don't know. But whatever I do, I'm going to have to look at the hive first, so stay tuned. All right. Our first nuke. I am happy. Happy, happy, happy. So, we'll pull some frames. We'll take a look. I see some pollen. Bees hard at work. I like that part. All right, we got a frame of brood. That does me good. I like to see that. That's nice to see. Building out some comb. I like to see them busy. All right, give me 1 minute, folks. Well, I pulled them, and I've got about 4 solid frames of brood, so I am a happy man. But none of them are young enough for putting in one of my other hives. It's all capped or ready to be capped, and that's just a little too old for them to make a queen. I mean, they might be able to make a queen, but if they can, she's not going to be a great one. She'll keep them alive, but you know, she may not be the most prolific of layers, and on and on and on. So it comes down to my last hive, my last nuke. So I'm going to go ahead and button this one up, and we'll get ready to take a look at the other one. Stay tuned. All right, hive number 4, nuke number 2. They're looking good. Just at first glance, I'm happy. Nice population. We're putting away some nectar, which is good to see. Building out some comb, good to see. All right, let's see if we can see some. Oh, look at some brood. Yeah, we got a little bit. We got a little bit of brood. Got some on that frame. Got some there. And I'm happy with that. Of course, I'd like to see more, but hey. Having brood means that there's a queen. As long as I got queen, have queen bee will travel kind of a thing. Yeah, we're okay. I'm happy with this one. Our flow's coming up here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It should be starting. That means that I'm expecting this hive. I'm expecting this one and my other nuke right here to really pick up here in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Once the flow starts, I mean, they got plenty of pollen in both of them. And hopefully that queen's ready to get busy laying, because I need some population. If I don't, I'll come out next week, and if things haven't improved in this one and that one, I'm gonna have to mix up some of my bee explosion concoction and see if that does it, because I did that to my survivor, this one, earlier this year, and they just went crazy back when they were queen right. Now they're not. My 2 non-queen right colonies are, it's my fault. So, all right, let me button this up and we'll do a wrap up. All right, see ya. All right, so 4 hives, 2 are queen right, 2 are not. And I didn't see any larva that was young enough to rob a frame and move it over to one of my queenless hives. So it looks like I'm gonna have to order a couple of queens, which I really didn't want to spend the money on them, but I'm gonna have to, just to save those colonies, because they won't last very much longer. So that's the report. Oh, and it's hot. It's the middle of May and it's hot. I'm so glad I don't do beekeeping in July and August when it's 100, 105. This fat man would die. Oof, it's hot. You know, I try to move as fast as I can in the colonies, but the issue is that seems to agitate them a little bit more. So there's a fine line between quick and don't get stung and fast get in and out and irritate them enough so they come after you. So that was about a half hour, 35 minutes of inspecting. And that's where we're at. I need 2 queens. My 2 nukes look fine. 3 or 4 frames of brood in each one. I'm happy about that. So, until next time, be kind.